The typical view of pastoralists and nomadic people is that they love their livestock at the expense of education. Could this be a stereotype that has become belief? In order to get the voice of the pastoralists, we held discussions with the Maasai of Kilonito to get their view of what they value and where they place formal education. The traditional view many have is that the Maasai, like many other pastoralist neighbors, generally shun education. But is this the case? Nomadic households have always recognized the value of educating at least one child. By dividing children at an early age, some to attend school and others to attend to herding duties, households show an appreciation of both the worlds. However, nomadic parents do not have this luxury today. There is a growing realization that a child who gets formal education enjoys the best of the two worlds.
Neshugona nagona wale lorongana kijuru yoga na yenga soma nero kusoma mera wale lorongana go somare na kote na wale logote na ganya keramo kedo la yenga beleganya sida nenye wale lorongana go somare ni raba yenga soma ne hiwa gwaru ndanda weni ago lorongana wa rabile beleganya ni sumi rai na garan kara na ra wale rai na gara yidu rai na gara ago kegira jinga lorongana lasima na ra wale la igwana nagagira ilasibisha longana yeringa nyo nagara riri rudwa bayola gilang iterwa ki atu longana kumoko shomo na sukulu nagara amuri de iterwa longana ga jitu.
Attitudes towards education are shifting among pastoralists, but practical challenges remain.
Ore be wonu ngahenga ni wonu na dunya na ko bange ngahenga hane megira la soma ko leng ni miyare ndo ni hiyo liro ni ngolo ngori na urinye yo bulo burgin ni miyara to ngare.
Can all children access their right to education? Schools are far and apart in Maasai land. Some learners may be discouraged with the distance to school. For girls in particular, issues of safety and security emerge. Even if children want to go to school, there's a practical problem. There are few schools.
In terms of education, there are huge differences between the nomadic communities and the rest of the country. When you look at the performance, for example, every year whenever results for national exams are released, you rarely, if ever, see a single school from any of the nomadic areas in the top 100 secondary schools in terms of performance. In fact, we did some analysis, and in the top 1,000 secondary schools last year, when you pick the top 1,000, we could only find 4 secondary schools in the entire region.
In your show, in your season, and Messapina, Ampara and Abin your Nali. Alanjo, I know in your school, Alanjo. Yeah. Ain't the matter of Bulgaria, actually, or Malimi.
And tell me, what class are you in at school?
I am in class 3.
Class 3. And how big was your class? Were there many children?
Yeah, we have 59 children.
Did you go to school at home?
We can go to school in 6 o'clock in the morning.
And what time do you finish?
8 o'clock.
And did you like school?
Yeah, we can. Teachers and all the teachers is all the Maasai. Other times like this, it's not a grass that he closed the school because we have a main tribe that all the teachers can go to take the cows.
Your teachers were struggling because of the drought.
Yeah.
When you're big, what would you like to be?
Can come from professor.
Nomadic communities, first of all, mobility in itself, destabilizes the provision of education. In a normal setup, you normally have students attending a regular classroom, forward, being taught there regularly. It's easy to provide education in such a system. But where communities are nomadic, they are moving from place to place in search of pasture, it becomes a problem to provide education consistently.
But there is an even bigger challenge. If all children were to attend school, who would carry out their duties? Livestock production is still the pillar of the economy. Every person, child, youth, moran, and adult has a role to play in the livestock economy. Like many arid lands, Maasai land is often rain-starved. In the last few decades, the drought cycle have become more frequent and come in more rapid successions. This has had a grave impact on livestock production, the social-economic mainstay of the community.
Sidan na isida yana siya yang kusuma mewo kana kitu abisu ndongana rongulie kati ni wore rara na ne ewo no iro yang kusuma rabolu nyotokol ana betumi man dua na siya rara ongaba nono rokiro yana siya yang kusuma ole mara wore rara muriwana na kara Kilonito dedi yana ongwana di na yang kusuma na nedi kambe siana dedi singiraine mara kadala yang kusuma jo kakira duandelea na ina siya ya maendelea sidan
The extent of nomadism of many of these people is slowly shifting. Many are today to be found in settlements, and some have even adopted crop farming and more sedentary forms of cattle rearing. Like the rest of Kenya, life is changing among the Maasai as well.
Nena ngendraga sirba yani amenoro kiraragi nakeso enkisumo onkiara ame ilebura nanya nagerang ninja tara kulo ngana liki asishore nebol ninja yoke ngwanya ngana abali bisuma amu erara niki uragi nendoki nijo kamakwena.
For 3 days we discussed with the community their hopes and aspirations for their children. They regretted their own missed opportunities and affirmed that their children must take up their right and acquire formal education. But the current education to them was lacking in many ways. The ideal, they say, would be education that accommodates their livestock economy, one that doesn't demand hard choices. The idea of lessons via the radio was most appealing. This, together with computerized or e-learning and on-field teachers, would reach children who have to continue herding.
Akiwa napatikana mwalimu anafuata tutasoma tu. Kwa hiyo ataenda huko na kitabu kila kitu tutasomesha tu akiwa huko.
Kana na rara ngisoma na hiyo na jene electronic computer. Bro mwalimu na agerlega or mwalimu or na ingara na kopo gene na muraba una mwalimu yo bagar. Agera yo computer no. Era lega lenye na lega nenye na lega nenye. Lego ndo na sina mwalimu electronic. Na ver wa do ora na ro na neso. Nigirwage computer no. Ule sai ne asna vibol computer. Nesoma na roho na nare ngaja.
Yesu nesua.
Alisema ore biara endoki ningiri kwani. Nero waga kwa mwalimu ningendoki gute na computer.
Ora nkai napa na manager. Ore taata radio. Ore taata radio na kipanua taata aitalala enkisoma. Amu ore taata ninche intasati naijo ake kuna. Naati show na keningu na ilo tung'ani ena naji tena radio. Amu keeku naa tenegira sinye aisomare naa kiro nening ena kutuk e Kiswahili, nening ena kutuk e Kingereza, nitoki Maasai aliki. Neeku keyiolo sinye ina tomononi ajo ore ena kisuma naa enaji egira aikunari. Neeku duo tenaa ore toolarin sininye leton eeta naa kiibung sinye ina kisuma.
We are trying to see if we can offer education through distance learning. Radio sets will be supplied to the children so that when they are harding, they are getting their lessons, and then we are going to have some teachers in selected centers who can, be following up on these students. Broadcasts will be made from the county headquarters where we intend to use community radio stations. And where necessary, especially in Turkana, we have been advised that we may have to have some mobile broadcasting stations.
The education would also benefit them as adults, so their final request was the need for adult education centers which would allow them as adults to reach their full potential of the literate world. This is the education the Maasai of Kilonito want.
Musa yo yo